What up, everybody? It's your girl SostylAsh, and this is a huge moment right now because this is my first official YouTube video. I feel like I need a whole bunch of horns, or if you're from New York, tell Flex to drop a bomb on it, because you guys have been asking me for a long time to create a video of me doing my makeup, and I'm gonna do that today. So I'm gonna have you guys get ready with me, and we're gonna get into a deep discussion because that's just who I am naturally, and I want to let you guys get to know me. So for starters, let me start with, I'm gonna walk you guys step by step with everything that I do literally when I'm going out, because this is gonna be an everyday makeup routine, and then we'll talk about a couple of things that's been on my mind lately. 2018 is coming to a close and we're about to enter 2019, and I've just been feeling like I just want to step into who I really am in 2019 and just ignore everything else, like literally just straight tunnel vision. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been seeing a lot of things on social media where people have been saying like 2018 has been such a rough year for them. And I won't lie again, I felt a little bit better when I saw that, because I thought like 2018 was only beating me up, but it looked like it's beating everybody else up. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I do when I literally hop out the shower is I apply this Olay facial toner on my face. So I take one of these pads, I just dab a little bit amount. I feel like a little with this product goes a long way, so you don't need that much. And you're gonna be smearing it all over your face. You don't have to do this, but I just love the cooling effect this has. I love how it just makes my face feel really fresh. I just love it. So I put it on all over like this. And it is gonna be a little bit wet. That's why I always recommend, like it's a liquid product, so I always recommend to not put too much because your face will be a little bit damp. But I love that because it has that water feel, so once it dries up, you'll have that just fresh. Ooh, my face feels good already. You guys gotta try this. So I typically, well, at least I think so, all of my friends and family, they disagree, but I don't care about what they say. I have oily skin, so this is another reason why I use this product, because I feel like it kind of tones that down a little bit. But as I mentioned, oily skin, so once I finish applying the toner, I'll go ahead and apply this Sebasor that my dermatologist recommended to get rid of the oil. Now, since I do have oily skin, I wouldn't say my entire face is oily. I'd say just like my T-zone area, like here, normally my nose and like my chin, a little bit my cheeks, so just like literally right here in the middle gets kind of oily. So I will apply this. Oh, and you can get this on Amazon. It's only like $20. It will last you a long time, because I feel like this can last you a couple of months, because I don't put on makeup every day, and if I don't wear makeup, I'm not applying this. I'll only just apply the toner. So with this, what you do is just squeeze out, well, also too, shake this, definitely shake it up, because it can get kind of soft and like liquidy. It kind of comes out like juice sometimes. So squeeze a little bit out. Clearly I need a new one. But we got some. Alright, so I apply some here, right on my cheeks, on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and I'm gonna put some on my chin. I don't like to put too much of this in the cooler months, because what happens is, since this is a product that's created to kind of dry out like all the oil, excess oil that your skin might have, it can make your face get kind of white. I don't know if I could show you that right now, because I don't know if that would happen to me now, because since I did just put the toner on, my face is still a little bit wet, so that might not happen. But it can get kind of dry quick, so it'll dry kind of like paste on your face, and you don't want that. You can cover it with foundation, but I don't like when that happens, because then I feel like I have to go in extra, like just OD. For y'all that don't know what, let me just tell you guys really quick, I am from New York, so I'm gonna have to make a terminology video, because I'm gonna be talking like as if y'all understand me, and I don't know if y'all do or not. But yes, so I put that all over my face, And yeah, let that dry up. Okay, so next I'm going to be using the Fenty foundation in the color 420. So now, being that we're getting into my makeup, like I said at the beginning of the video, I want to get into some real tea. So lately, I've just been trying to, like I said, get into a sense of stepping into who I really am and who God has put me here to be. And I've just been feeling like I focus too much on things that just don't matter and that are unnecessary. And I don't want to bring any of that into 2019. And I was just wondering if anybody else is feeling the same way too, because it's easy to just get sidetracked. Sometimes something as simple as people try to throw you off from who God has put you here to be. So I don't want any of that coming into 2019. And I also just want to also to be myself unapologetically, because no matter what, the right people or even the right situation will come to you if you're being who you are supposed to be. And with that being said, I just want to create content, give myself the chance to just do everything I've always wanted to do. Like, for starters, yeah, 2018 hasn't been the best year ever, but I also have stepped outside of my comfort zone too many times to remember. I ended up launching my own website, which I have been talking about for years, and I'm happy that I'm happy that I've grown. I'm happy that I've done the things I wanted to do, and I'm still doing more, and of course I still want more for myself, but I'm just happy with that so far. But I know that there's just more out there, and there's just so much more that I could be doing. Now I'm gonna apply this is MAC Cosmetics Studio Finish Concealer in the color NW45. So yeah, I've just been thinking these thoughts to myself, and I figured I'd just share what's been on my mind with you guys. And I just want to do more, to be honest, to just make a long story short. Like, I want to be a better person. I want to overall, I promised myself, honestly, let me start over by saying this. I promised myself for my birthday this year that my goal by the time I get to my next birthday, which will be November in 2019, I just want to look back and see, like, okay, I'm a better person now. I've done so much more. I'm reading more. I'm taking care of myself more. I'm just an overall better person to people. Not saying that I'm not, but just put more things into consideration, get out of my own head sometimes, and just focus more on that. Because I think a lot of people too, when it comes to just them being themselves, they spend too much time focusing on, like, they're just in their head too much. They let insecurities get in the way of stuff. They let insecurity stop them from doing certain things. They let insecurity just stop them from being who they're supposed to be. And I've been in situations like that. Like, I've been in positions where I just wasn't really me because I worried too much. And when you just focus so much on worrying, you take away from yourself. Like, you lose a moment that you're not going to be able to get back just from doing that. So I don't want to do that no more. I want to be who I am and just live my best life, to be honest. Like, to really keep it a buck and just stop worrying. Like, I really want to, everything that I'm saying right now, I want to really claim in 2019. But you can't say stuff and then not go about it, because that's the problem I feel like my generation has. I think that my generation tends to say a lot of things like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, or I want to collab with you on a certain project, or let's do A, B, and C, and then it just ends up falling through. But I don't want that to happen. I just want to do things right and be who I am supposed to be. And I recommend everybody do that. Like, everybody just stop focusing on irrelevant stuff and just do you. Like, don't think about anything. Don't think about how anyone's going to feel. Don't think about anything like that. Do you, because at the end of the day, you only know how you feel, and then at the same time too, you have to do. You can't let things just sidetrack you, and not. I guess I want to say focus so much on like. Also too, don't focus on the negative. This is actually a new product I'm trying. This is a Bare Mineral product in the color Hazelnut, and it's actually a pressed powder kind of foundation. I've been looking for a new one of these, so I wanted to try it out and see how it is. I normally use MAC, but anyways, yeah, I just want to, there's just so much I want to do. And I'm the type of person where also too, I do not like complacency. And I think that's a huge issue with people, period. I'm not going to single out a generation. I'm not going to single out an age group, nothing like that. I just think people get too wrapped up in what they're used to. And I'm guilty of doing that. I'm not going to front and act like I haven't done that before, because I have. But I don't want to do that in 2019. I want to pay more attention to stuff and even go, yeah, I stepped outside of my comfort zone in 2018, but I really want to just be like, you know what, whatever, I'm doing this, I don't care, I'm not going to think about it twice, I'm not going to doubt myself either, because I think a lot of the reasons why people get so wrapped up in complacency is because they end up doubting themselves and because they end up procrastinating. And neither of those two things I literally want to throw out. Like, I'm leaving those two in 2018. I'm not bringing that energy into 2019. Absolutely not. Like, that's just, no. We can't be doubting ourselves out here. We can't be acting like we don't have capabilities. Everybody, despite circumstances, despite situations, you're blessed overall. Like, there is a will. Where there's a will, there's a way, literally. That's not just a saying. That is reality. Like, whatever capabilities and possibilities you have, you can do anything you want to do. Like, there's really nothing stopping you. Sometimes I get too, see, this is about to go into a whole word, but it's fine. That's what y'all here for. Sometimes too, I get too just so focused on the fact of, I let like just the littlest thing distract me from thinking that I'm capable of doing something. Sometimes it's literally me just standing in the way of myself, and we're not doing that anymore. Like, that's out. This product I'm using is a cream contour and concealer kit. It's from NYX. So I'm going to put the middle color here underneath my eyes just to brighten underneath my eyes a little bit. I normally use my finger and just drag it out. Yeah, I'm not doing that no more. I can't. Like, I just cannot. I'm not going to let myself distract myself from doing things that I know I'm capable of doing. But it's hard. It does get hard. I'm not going to sit up here and act like it doesn't. I'm not going to act like everything is perfect, because it's not. Every day is not going to be perfect. There's going to be times where you do feel like you can't do something. And those days that you can't, it's all right. Like, life happens. Things happen. And those things that do happen sometimes are just out of your control. And if those days too are days where you feel like you just need a rest day and you feel like you just need a break from the world, that is fine. Because I used to beat myself up a lot about that too, and I'm not going to do that going forward, because I used to be like, no, I can't miss, like, if I have a certain schedule set for a week, I'm like, I cannot miss a day. Like, if I plan on going to the gym, I'm like, I can't let nothing throw me off. But if something happens, say for example, you get a job interview and you plan on going to the gym. Well, you had plans to go to the gym, let's say 4 days out the week, but the job interview pops up. Take that opportunity. You miss a gym one day, and I'm not saying this in a way of like, oh yeah, you miss a gym one day, then the next day it's like, oh, you miss a gym, then it becomes a habit. No. No, not that. But like, if that job interview comes and you can't make the gym that one day, that's fine. You're still doing something beneficial. You're still doing something to better. You're doing something to better yourself. That one time and not missing the gym, you go hard the next day. I feel like naturally too, your stamina for an example like that is gonna be up so much the next day because you just did something to help yourself progress and grow. So you're not even gonna be focused on, oh, did I do what I said I was gonna do, and you're not even gonna be worried about that. I'm just taking a beauty blender now and blending out my under eye really quick too. I like to bring it close to my nose because if you want that snatchery, You bring it in close. That's the trick there for that. And this beauty blender I absolutely love really quick because I got this from Ulta, but I feel like this circle part really gets, like, you could really just like get up on in there, up on that concealer and that contour. But yeah, my advice to anyone, for everybody that's stepping into the new year, for one, pray about everything you want. That's the first thing I'll definitely say. Well, pray, but also make a list for yourself. And what I did for 2018, I did make goals and stuff, and I did achieve some of the goals that I put out there for myself, but I focused too much on like the big goals rather than the short term. And I know the type of person that I am. I can overwhelm myself immediately. So I rather this time, what I'm going to do is focus more on the short term. Like if I know I want to lose a certain amount of pounds by like March, say, I'll focus on something like that, because it's little things I can do to get to that goal. But something as me even developing this YouTube channel and throwing out videos and stuff like that, I will have a goal for that, but I'm more so going to go with the flow. I'm not going to be like, all right, sis, by the end of February, you got to have 30 videos out and you have to be having a certain, no. That, I literally will leave all of this in God's hands. I'm not going to even bother stressing myself out with that. Because you end up not even having fun with stuff when you do stuff like that. And I feel like you get so wrapped up in that, you lose sight of what you're even trying to do. Because you're just like, all right, I have to do this, 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 and this, and this. And then it's not even like, oh, let me take in this moment. Like, I'm able to do these videos. I'm putting it out. I'm getting feedback. I'm doing everything I said I was going to do. No, you just start. That is a distraction too. So I'm not going to do that. I don't recommend that anybody else does either. I say just start writing down short-term goals and focusing on those first to begin with. And then also too, what I've done this year is kind of divide up the year into quarters. I think that's also another smart thing to do. I'm going to take this dark color to contour my nose. So I'm just going to go down the bridge here. Now I'm just, with contour, well, with this color, I just like to use the middle of my earlobe right here to kind of contour my cheeks. I naturally have high cheekbones, so I kind of can just like, and it's there. I didn't mean to give such a fake smile, but it's true. Like sometimes I do, when I'm doing my makeup, I'm not even going to hold y'all. I really be like, and just there's a contour line. I don't even have to do anything. And I'd be fronting like I need to remove like fat out my face to just get that, but I don't need to do that. I don't think anyone needs to do that, to be honest. But, and then I'm going to just go along here with it, because, you know, if I was taking a little picture or something like that today, you know, you want all that snatched. But yes, back to my recommendations for this year and just what I think people should do. I say go with the short-term goals. I say have fun with what you're trying to do. We're just going to blend this out now, because it's easy to forget this. Don't forget about blending this out, because you don't want that in your picture. And if your friends are letting you go out with this line on your jaw, it's a dub. It's a wrap for all that. It's a wrap for your friends, because they can't be having you playing you, have you out here looking crazy. But yeah, that's my recommendation for that. Well, the short-term goals, and just now I remember what I was saying. Splitting the year into quarters. I literally treated 2018 kind of like a basketball game. So there was 4 quarters. For me, there was January, February, March, and April. And then it was May, June, July, then September, October, November, December. So 4 months, 3 quarters, basically, not 4 quarters. I mean, you can split it up into 4 quarters if you want to. I just kind of prefer to group the months together like that. And they kind of go well if they're grouped like that because of the seasons. So I just would always tell myself, all right, like for this first quarter, I'm going to do such and such. Like I'm going to focus on this. Then for the second quarter, I'm going to do this, and then so on and so forth. So I definitely recommend that to anyone, because it kind of gives you more leverage, and you're able to kind of just keep track of everything that you're trying to do and what you want to do. So yeah, sorry, I get to talking, and yeah, I gotta remember this is the task at hand. That should be your attitude for 2019. Focus. So we're gonna blend this out and just make sure this is blended pretty good, because you don't want that contour line either. And yeah, split it up like that, and it makes it easier for you to just keep track of everything. It makes it easier for you to focus. It makes it a lot easier for you to just keep in mind what you're trying to do and everything you want to do. And one thing I do really quick too is if I feel like my face isn't covered enough from the matte concealer, I just go back in over it, because we're gonna set this anyways, so that doesn't really matter. But yeah, I just say to just stay focused. And also too, I feel like I've been talking to a lot of people about this, and I think that for 2019 I'm gonna really start at least the first month of the year by staying off of social media, because as we were talking about distractions earlier, that is a huge distraction. Don't think that just because of what you see on social media means that you're not doing anything with your life, or you haven't received certain blessings yet. I realized from this year alone, I mean, this is something that I feel like everyone probably has realized, but I guess I wasn't paying attention to it like that. But people don't post their failures on social media. People not posting what they're really going through. And I'm not saying that to say like you need to see what goes on in people's personal lives, but they're not posting those things. So everything is going to always look like things are sweet. Everything's going to look like it's good. Even, I know I don't do that. Like, I don't post my failures on social media, and I don't think I have to, because it's really, whatever goes on behind closed doors, everything doesn't even need to be on social media. Whatever goes on behind closed doors is your business. Like, that's not for the world to know. Shoot, your mama don't even need to know. Who you choose to share with, what you want to share with, whatever. Like, you don't have to share that with everybody. But don't think that just because you see certain people progressing, you're not doing anything. Because there's times where I could even admit, I feel like that sometimes. Like, I look at people, no matter who it is. It could be other bloggers. It could be people I went to high school with. It could be anyone. And that's fine. Because right now, everybody that I went to high school with, or everybody that I've been to school with, I'm just going to blend my neck because I forgot to do that earlier. They get married, they got babies, and I just think back to myself like, oh my God, that's great. Like, I'm happy for them. I didn't mean to do that fake cry, but that's how I feel, because it warms my heart, because I'm like, wow, look at them, they got kids, they getting married and stuff like that. But then I'm like, sis, you ain't ready for that yet. And that's fine. Like, that's not, you'll be blessed with that when God is ready to bless you with that. The time is not now, and you know the time is not now, because I've always had I don't know, I'm just a planner. So like, I've always just thought, all right, by this time I want to be married, by this time I want to have kids, and I know right now is not the time for that. So like, everything I'm doing right now is what I want to be doing right now. I couldn't imagine, I could imagine my life being different, but I couldn't imagine different in that way. That's a bit much. Like, I know I can't handle that right now. When people that have kids tell me to wait on kids, I'm like, you don't have to tell me twice. Like, I'm in no rush. I see what you are dealing with and what you go through and all that stuff. Like, you're good. I'm just covering some of my dark marks. But yeah, don't think that nothing is happening for you. Don't think that you're doing anything, because I'm also guilty of that too. I've had a conversation with one of my cousins recently, and I was telling him just about everything I'm doing, but I will tell y'all about that at the end of the video. We're not going to get into that right now, but I was telling him like, oh yeah, I was just pretty much listening to myself speak. And I'm thinking back, and I'm like, yo, you do a lot. Like, don't ever think that you're not doing anything. If you're just working right now, and your focus, this is another example, and your focus is on just working and saving up to get your own place, or your focus is just working out so you can look good and feel good, you're still working towards something. Like, don't think just because you're not vacationing here, or you haven't gone to this place, you haven't done absolutely nothing with your life, because that's not true. Even if you're graduating from college, these things No matter what they are achievements. They're goals that you've set for yourself that you want to reach. So don't ever think that just because of what somebody else is doing, you're not doing anything. Right now, I'm just setting my cream contour with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. I freaking love this palette, but that's a different video for a different time. I don't even want to get started to it. I'm going to just go right into what I need to do. But I normally just mix these two colors together, this color here, and this one also for my under eye, and then I'll contour my cheeks with the darker color in the middle. But yeah, don't think you're not doing anything. Don't. I'm gonna watch this video and be like, I need to take my own advice, but it's true. I'm just telling y'all how I would react to stuff, but don't think you're not doing anything. And I know that alone is easier said than done. That's why I'm literally, and I really advise people to do this with me, but I do not think I'm going to start the year off on social media. I would love to sometimes, and I've had this conversation with a lot of people too, I would just love to see what it feels like, well, what it would feel like if social media didn't exist now, in this time that we're in, because, whoo child, social media is a distraction. It's a form of business, but it could be a distraction. It could really make you think that. And then my mom always makes a valid point to me too, because she's always telling me, like, you know, when you go on social media, you're kind of just looking at the same things over and over every day. Nothing really changes. It's like as if you're on a carousel. It's literally the same thing. Like, you could not go, and I swear she says this, you could not go on social media for like a good week, say, and you didn't miss jack squat. The people are posting the same pictures, everybody's doing the same thing. Like Christmas Day, I guarantee you don't go on social media, it's gonna be gifts, it's gonna be food. It's just, I should use Thanksgiving as an example. Everybody posting their plates. Do you really need to see? We're all eating the same thing, and that's no shade, but that's facts. Like, it's the same. It's not, nothing's missed, and a lot of time is wasted on social media. If you have an iPhone too, the new feature of the screen time, genius, because that shows me like, yeah, no, I don't need to be on this. I need to be doing stuff with my life other than just scrolling and looking at things that I don't need. And don't try to use the excuse of, oh, if you're not on social media, you're missing out on things. Everything, as far as like celebrity gossip or anything major that happens, it's going to be on TV if you watch TV. If it's not on TV, it's probably going to give you a Google alert or a CNN alert or whatever. So you're not going to be away from, you're not going to feel like you're not in tune with the world. There's ways to be in tune. I'm just contouring my cheek right here. I don't like to put too much of this product, to be honest, because, like, see, Snatchery is coming into live, honey. We're getting there. But, yeah, just, man, my advice is just to do you. Do you. Don't worry about nobody else. Be in your own bubble. The right people will gravitate towards you if you're doing what you want to do and if you're being yourself. I used to think years ago that I was always going to have like a ton of friends. Like, I was just like, I'm going to have this big group of friends. I'm going to have a big wedding. I'm going to have just everything huge. Everything is going to be all these people and stuff like that. And I've just realized now, and I guess too, it happens with age. You learn who's there for you. You learn who is supposed to be in your life. Because listen, when you get to new levels, it really is new devils. So you think that some of these people that are around you want to be around you, but sometimes these people just want to be around you out of envy. Sometimes they just want to be around you because you're in the spotlight. Sometimes they just want to be around you to distract you and take away from what you're really trying to do. So just be mindful. Be mindful. Your hitters that you've been with for years, keep them around, because they really the ones that's repping you. They really the ones that's riding for you. They really the ones that will probably die for you. So don't ever give them up. Never. It's going to be mishaps and stuff between people that you love. Like, that's life. But don't feed into some of the stuff that like new people do. And let me take that back, because new people, there is I'm not the only one that feels this way, but I know there's people that sometimes a lot of people say like, oh, there's strangers supporting me more than like my friend I know for years. I mean, if those strangers are genuinely good people, yeah, keep them in your life. you know, see what type of relationship you guys can build over time. See how it can develop and what can happen. And if you feel like it's genuine, then hey, that's fine. That's what networking is for. That's also another way to step outside your comfort zone. I'm just blending this in a little bit more because I kind of, sometimes I really want, I don't know, I'm weird with makeup. So sometimes I want my cheeks and like my chin and jaw to look super snatched. So, but I'm also just making sure this is blended and it doesn't look crazy to you guys. And I'm going to just add a little bit more powder underneath my eyes. But yeah, do you, be you at all costs. I've started to realize that people that are ultimately happy have a different look about themselves. They don't look like how everybody else looks. They have a certain glow to them. They're being who they are supposed to be, and they're not worried about what other people might think and how they might feel. And that's another point I want to make too. I'm just like I said, I'm contouring my nose. Sometimes I mix these two together, but I do tend to get lighter in the winter than I am in the summer. So this might be a little bit too dark for me right now, so I'm going to use this one instead, but I'm going to brush out the line anyways. But yeah, don't worry about other people, because that's another problem I have. I worry too much about how somebody's going to feel and think about something that I do. And how I am, even on this video, like the comments I've been making, how I've been laughing. I'm a jokester. I love to make jokes, and sometimes people they just be too daggone stuck up to, or they just be too much in their head to just laugh at something a little bit. Stuff is funny, and shoot, like laugh. I'd rather be laughing than crying. That is me. I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. I would hope not. So, like, just be yourself. I'm just gonna take this brush that I bought from the beauty supply store. This is Life. I actually saw, if you guys are familiar, well, on Instagram she goes by the Annihilator, but her name is Anaya. She uses this brush to contour her nose all the time, and honey, I see why. Like, nose finna be snatched all 2019, so I don't even have to go back over it. It's literally perfect. Maybe just like right up here, but I'm just weird. I'm a perfectionist, so you guys, you'll learn that over time. But yeah, if anything, you can always just contour with, this is just an e.l.f. brush that I usually use to contour with. It's nothing special. You just need a small contour brush to contour your nose. It doesn't have to be nothing spectacular. Don't worry about nothing. Just be yourself. Be who you want to be, because you end up not fully living life like that, and you waste a lot of time by just focusing on what other people think and how they might feel. Okay, so my favorite part of makeup, this is the Anastasia Glow Kit. This is the Sun Kissed palette. I love putting highlight because I love looking gold. My favorite thing ever. So I'm going to use the color Bronze, which is this color right at the top here. Obviously, I've been using it a lot. This is my favorite one. But yeah, like I was saying, you waste a lot of time doing that. Like, I don't ever want to look back on years of my life and just be thinking like, oh, I should have just like, I hate looking back at moments and being like, damn, I should have been myself, or why didn't I take advantage of this opportunity, or like meeting someone for the first time and not really speaking up. I don't want to look back at moments like that anymore, because for one, time goes by super fast. If there's anything I could say about 2018, is that it flew. It taught me lessons, but it flew. I feel like I literally just went and 2018 is over. It's now December. So I don't want to waste any more time. And I don't recommend that anyone else does either, because you just don't want to look back and just think like, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you didn't. I love that glow. What I like to do is bring it out to my cheeks too, so it really pops. But yeah, I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to feel like I don't want to just wish I had more time too, if anything, because you just don't, like, time flies, and you don't want to think back to a certain moment and then just be thinking like, and I'm also I love blush really quick. This is my favorite freaking blush ever. This is Sweet as Cocoa by MAC. I'm a MAC girl. I'm just gonna say it. Sometimes, not all the time, but I am. So I'm just gonna put that underneath my highlight. and blend it out. But yeah, I don't want to waste any more time. I don't want to waste no more time. A lot of my cousins that are little are so much bigger now, and there's just so much things I want to do with them, so much more memories I want to make, and I don't want to look back at anything and be wishing I did something. So like, if there's someone you haven't spoken to, or some relationship you want to repair before 2019 is over, and you feel like you and that person ended on bad terms, do that. Don't feel like you just should leave it like that, and don't let no more time pass you by. Specifically if there's something you want to do. Like, don't do what you have to do. Don't waste any more time thinking like, oh yeah, I have all the time in the world to do this, and you don't. So now I'm going to, because the time is gonna go, it's going, like, it's 2019. When 2016 hit, I was like, oh, 2020 is so far from now. That's not coming no time soon. That's literally next year. Like, and who knows how much different things will be by that time. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows now. I'm weird also with this because I like to do my eyebrows last. I know a lot of people like to do them first, but I don't know. I think because since highlight and my eyebrows are like my favorite part of doing my makeup, I do it last. And I'm also different because I use eyeshadow to do my eyebrows, to fill them in. So I use this small brush from MAC. I don't honestly know the number because it's rubbed off, but you can get a brush like this anywhere. I feel like you use any brush as long as it's angled like this to do your eyebrows. And I'm also going to take the Fix Plus Prep and Prime spray from MAC. So I spray that on my brush. If it'd be open, it'd be nice. So I spray that. I don't like to spray too much because wetting this too much can make your eyebrows a little bit darker if you are going to use this. And then what I do is I use the Expresso eyeshadow from MAC. So I make sure I get some on the edges of the brush, and yeah, I start filling in. But I just don't waste any more time. Do everything you want to do. Do everything you've ever said you wanted to do. Like, if you want to go bungee jumping, you want to go skydiving, do it. Don't wait on it, because if there's another lesson that 2018 taught me, is that life is too short. It literally can pass you by instantly. And you could think you have all the time in the world, and something happens and it changes, whether it's personally or just someone that you love. That's why I was like, if there's someone you've been meaning to reach out to them and speak to them, repair stuff with them, get closer to them, and do everything you've been wanting to. Like, I'm trying to think of something right now I could give you guys, for example, that I've been wanting to do that I said I wasn't going to do. I mean, like, this year for 2018, one thing I did that I've been holding off on would probably be my website, which is SostylAsh.com. I'm definitely going to put the link below so that you guys can subscribe to that, John, and check it out. I write about everything fashion, beauty, and lifestyle on there. I'm always offering lifestyle hacks. I do go to a lot of events, so I'm always writing on those events. And yeah, I think you guys should check it out. Why not? What do you have to lose? Hashtag plug yourself. Okay, so I did my eyebrows and my mascara off camera, and I did quickly add just a little bit, just because I've been feeling it, is the KKW by Mario palette in the creases of my eyes, and I use the Top Gold palette right here, just to crease a little bit. I love this palette, love the colors and everything, so I just decided to add a pop of that in my eyes, just because I like gold, like I said, and I love just highlight and all of that. So I decided to throw it out. And then the mascara I use, I normally like the, I hope I'm saying it right, it is by Maybelline. It's in the gold bottle. It's the Big Colossal mascara. But I just decided to give Falsies a try. This is Maybelline also. But it has been doing the job, I'm not going to lie. It's right up there with Colossal. So these two might be my favorite mascaras from Maybelline. But it's definitely a perfect and easy go-to mascara just for every day. And it's super affordable. I think these are like $7 or $8. You could definitely get this anywhere. Walgreens, Target, literally anywhere. It's a drugstore mascara. So I saved the best for last. I'm gonna do my lip on camera with you guys because I've been trying so hard to get my nude combination back, because if you are familiar with MAC, they do have a lip glass, I think it is, called Fulfilled, and it was the perfect nude, but they don't have it anymore. They discontinued it. I'm so mad about that. But I found a color to go along with what with the lipstick shade that I do use. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line my lips with Cork. This is also by MAC. It's their liner. And yeah, I'm just gonna do this, and then we'll get back into what I was talking about, so I could just end things off with you guys and just leave things on a positive note. The lipstick that I am going to use is Half&Half by MAC. Love this lipstick. It's the perfect nude for brown girls. Like, literally the perfect nude. I feel like you can wear this by itself. I mean, with the lined lip, of course, but I feel like you can literally wear it alone. So I just smear it around. I never really put too much of that because I more so like the natural color of my lips to show. And then this is perfect nude again. I used to get a lot of questions about the new lip gloss that I do use. So this I'm definitely going to recommend. Half&Half lipstick. And this is the Buxom Dose of Colors gloss in the color Amber. I love the bottle size too. This is a good amount. This is going to last me a minute. So I like to line the bottom and curl a little bit on the top. A nude lip is always my go-to. And I love that this is, it has like a cool minty feel to it. I love that. It feels really good. Let me not forget to get, because sometimes it's hard to get the creases. And just pat, 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 pat. And yeah, I feel like I'm good. If anything, only thing I would do less is just clean up the side with concealer, and also in the middle, just to give my face more of a matte finish, just in case I need it. But I feel like I'm good. So yeah, I just want to say that I just really quick want to just throw some affirmations out there that I have for myself for the new year. And I would definitely say that I just want to be myself. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I want to step into who I really am supposed to be, and I advise everyone to do that. Don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anything distract you. Do you at all times. Be yourself unapologetically, and just own it. Own who you are. Step into your best self and live your best life is literally all I want to say to you guys. But what I do want to affirm is that I really hope that everyone has a much better 2019 than their 2018 was. And I just hope that this is really the greatest year for everyone. And I'm personally going to claim that for myself. And I want you guys to do the same thing, to claim 2019 being the best year of your life. Like, I can think of something really quick right now that just came to me. And it was, I believe, I don't want the beehive coming from me, but I believe her name is either Raven or it's Ravi. She now takes Beyonce and Jay-Z's pictures. And she claimed that. She claimed that. So anything you want, you can have it. Go after it. Don't let anything or anyone stand in front of the way of you and your dreams. Do everything you've ever wanted to do. Step outside your comfort zone. And I don't see why 2019 wouldn't be the best year for you. Do you. Be you. Love yourself. Love the people around you. Put the right people into your circle. And yeah, that's it. With that being said, if you guys, first let me say, I greatly appreciate you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you loved everything that I spoke about and everything that I did, makeup products, every step along the way, that my whole entire makeup process, please hit that subscribe button, and also to drop a comment, like the video, let me know your thoughts. I'm going to share all my makeup products below, as well as my social media handles. You guys can follow me on Instagram at SostylAsh. That's SostylAsh. And you can also check out my website, SostylAsh.com. And let me not forget, because if you guys loved everything that I spoke about, I do have a podcast called Cozy Girl Conversations along with my best friend Rosa, and that is available on iTunes and SoundCloud. But I will leave the link and Instagram page for that, so you guys can follow the Instagram page and check out the podcast. Because I mean, why wouldn't you want to? We're speaking things into existence. We're doing big things. 2019 is going to be the best year of our lives, and why not start it off with me and my best friend Rosa? See you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you.